Hello, friends, and welcome once again to LegalBiz Cafe. I am your host, attorney Shaune B. Arnold, and I'm just so happy to be with you here on LegalBiz Cafe. This is the place where we deal with your mindset as an entrepreneur. We deal with those issues that stymie you and stump you and make you feel afraid, and that stop you from building that business that you will love. We also have another show for you, The Entrepreneur. That show is called Your Business Accelerated. That show deals with the hardcore legal and business issues that entrepreneurs meet up with on their road to independence and financial freedom. Your Business Accelerated. And LegalBiz Cafe will make you mentally and spiritually strong, and they will help you increase your skill set so you can build an iconic business. Tonight, we are talking about trust. We aren't speaking about whether you trust your partner or employees or even yourself. We are talking about whether you trust God or the universe. I realized rather belatedly in life that as a young woman, I didn't trust that God was going to take care of me. Now, the reason why that was kind of a head spinner to me is because if you had asked me directly, I would tell you, I love my God. But here's the rub. How can you love something that you don't trust? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust that you're part of the process of creation, that you are a co-creator with the infinite intelligence? Do you believe in your ability to draw to you what you want in or from the universe? Yeah, let's talk about money. If the universe is a safe, friendly place that represents abundance and supports you and your higher good, then why are you worrying about money? Now, most people, when you ask them that question, will tell you, well, I worry about it because I don't have enough of it. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you were to set your sights on the top of the hill and go up there and talk to people at the top of the hill, you'll find that they are worried about money too. Poor people worry about money, and rich people worry about money. So what's necessary is not getting more money, right? It's changing the conversation in our head, because changing that conversation is going to cause a change in how you deal with that subject. Changing that conversation in your head is going to remove the worry, because when you change the conversation in your head, you will focus on being a co-creator with God rather than focusing on the lack or focusing on your fear of losing what you have. I think that's really important. I think it's really critical. So I'd like to give you some tips tonight on how you can do that, how you can actually focus on creation rather than focusing on lack, loss, or fear. As a fundamental matter, you really want to work on increasing your sense of well-being. When you do that, you will naturally reduce your worry, and you will naturally increase the amount of trust that you place in your God, spirit, or the universe. The first thing that you should do in order to focus on being a co-creator is to just expect that miracles are going to happen for you. Expect that the best is going to happen, and it will. When you expect the best things to happen, you are believing in your ability to create what you want, and you have a knowing in your spirit that you deserve it. This knowing will start to demonstrate itself in many ways. Mostly it will demonstrate itself in action. You will start to do the things that you need to do in order to manifest that thing that you want. You've heard me ask you before, what would you do if you already had that thing that you desire? Then do that thing. Where would you go? Then go there, create the experience of having that thing, and that thing will manifest in your life. Trust that your ever-increasing ability to create abundance is real, that you just keep getting better at it. You know, when you're on the right track, doors are going to open for you. Coincidences start to happen for you. The laws of the universe itself will bend in your favor. Now, that's not to say that you're not going to have obstacles. That's just going to say that when you are on track, and you are in creation, then when you meet abundance, you're going to feel a sense of joy and anticipation. If you approach the obstacle with that mindset, there is no way that obstacle is going to stand in your path for too long. If you keep focusing on what you want and take action, then that obstacle is just going to disintegrate. You're going to move right through it. If you're on the wrong path, and it'll seem like a great big struggle, if you're not congruent with where the universe wants you to be, it'll be a great big struggle. It won't feel good. You'll feel overwhelmed. You'll feel put upon. It'll be difficult to keep moving forward. So check your feelings. Check in with your emotions when you meet up with those obstacles, unless, of course, you're the type of person that pancakes out whenever you meet with an obstacle. There are some people like that. They will let every single opportunity pass them by. But I suspect you are not like that because you're listening to this show. You're an entrepreneur. You're getting your mindset right. You're moving congruently with the universe. You're expanding. You're not contracting. You're moving in the same direction as the universe. You are expanding outward in all directions. So here's what I invite you to do. I encourage you to accept prosperity and abundance in your life. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous because wouldn't everybody know? Everybody does not accept prosperity and abundance in their life. A lot of people have issues with money. I spoke recently at the convention center in downtown Los Angeles. I said, the love of money is not the root of all evil. Honey, you could have heard a pin drop. Was I directly contradicting the Bible? Well, you know what? I'll say it again. The love of money is not the root of all evil. I believe that the lack of love for humanity is the root of all evil. Money is just a tool. Money will only make you more of what you already are. If you get $1 billion and you have a love for humanity, you're not just going to sit on that $1 billion and keep it all for yourself. You're going to build hospitals, roads, and schools. You're going to create businesses and put families to work and feed bellies. You are going to nurture humanity with that money. If you have a love for humanity and you have no money at all, trust me, you will have no impact at all. It takes money to have impact in this world. So by accepting prosperity into your life and trusting that you are abundance itself, you will stop the periodic self-destruction that so many of us engage in, where every few years, our relationships blow up. We get evicted, we lose our job, our business folds. Really catastrophic stuff goes on when we don't accept prosperity and abundance in our lives. So when you ask for something that is an enormous increase, just understand that it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get to you. See, in this three-dimensional space, it does take time for things to manifest. Some people will tell you that in other dimensions, manifestation is immediate. But humans are very emotional. And in this dimension, we need that lag time to prevent us from unaliving ourselves or someone else, or from committing a host of other ills that would befall us if we had instant manifestation powers. We need time to manifest the things we want. We need time to make sure that we won't change our minds. We also need time to prepare for that abundance. When we don't take the time to prepare, that's when we stand the chance of losing. This is why lotto winners typically lose all of the money within a few years. They go right back where they started. And it's not just lottery winners. If a person gets a bigger job than they feel worthy of having, no matter where they are in the economic stratosphere, they will sabotage themselves. They will lose that job. Alternatively, they create a situation where they wind up hating the new gig. They sabotage themselves and make sure they're broke. They have all that new money and they're broke at a new level. So when you're accepting prosperity and abundance in your life, you are accepting the responsibility to learn about money, learn about investments, learn about those things that you want to safeguard in your life. Above all else, don't quit on yourself too soon, because there is that lag time for manifestation. You have no idea exactly how long it will be. What a shame it would be if you quit when, in the words of Greg Reed, you were just 3 feet from gold. Understand that whatever it is that you're asking for may not be what's best for you at this time. Surrender to your higher good and let God, your guides, or the universe bring to you that which is yours. Trust the universe to put you where you're supposed to be and to bring those things into your realm that you're supposed to have, because you're abundance itself. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want to thank you for trusting me and for joining me on this week's episode of LegalBiz Cafe. I'm attorney Shaune B. Arnold. I encourage you to follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter X. In all of those places, you'll find me as Shaune.Arnold. In the meantime and in between time, I'm reminding you, as always, to maximize your competence to get the confidence you need to succeed. I'll see you right back here next week on LegalBiz Cafe. Bye-bye, friends.